evening and welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Tamiru Nimsab. Let's have a look at the headlines. Government aims to resolve Sri Lanka's rice market issues soon. Sri Lanka reveals strategic response to new US tariff system. News in detail. President Anukumar Dissanayake declared that the government is taking decisive steps to end the distortion in Sri Lanka's rice and paddy market within the next 2 to 3 harvesting seasons. President Dissanayake said this speaking at the Alut Sahal festival in Anuradhapur recently.
The President emphasized the need for strong government intervention to protect both farmers and consumers from the control of a small group that he said has disrupted fair market practices. The President asserted that there is a distortion in the market and a small group is causing hardship to farmers and consumers, and he said that this government will not allow this to continue. He announced that as a first step, the government has renovated paddy storage facilities and allocated a substantial 54 billion rupees for paddy purchases. President Dissanayake stressed that the government's intervention would bring relief and balance to the market, ensuring fair prices and stability in the rice sector over the coming seasons.
The Central Bank of Sri Lanka presented its annual economic review 2024 to President Anukumar Dissanayake, highlighting Sri Lanka's recovery from its most severe economic crisis in recent history. The flagship publication was presented by Governor Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe at a special ceremony held at the Presidential Secretariat recently.
The publication provides a comprehensive analysis of the country's macroeconomic developments, the condition of the financial system, and the central bank's policies. The report points to promising signs of recovery in 2024 with key indicators such as economic activity improvements, a partial resurgence in purchasing power, and reduced uncertainties signaling a positive outlook. The event was attended by key officials including Secretary to the President Dr. Nandika Sanath Kumarnayake and Secretary to the Treasury Mr. K. M. Mahinda Siriwardena, among others.
The preliminary report of the Census of Population and Housing 2024 was officially handed over to President Anukumar Dissanayake at the Presidential Secretariat. Conducted by the Department of Census and Statistics, the report is based on nationwide data collected between October and December 2024.
The document provides critical insights into Sri Lanka's population growth and distribution across districts, essential for both government policy making and national development planning. In a groundbreaking move, data collection for the 2024 census was carried out using tablet computers and mobile devices, marking the first time such technology was employed in Sri Lanka's census history. The event was attended by prominent figures including Deputy Minister of Finance and Planning Harshana Suryaperuma, Secretary to the President Dr. Nandika Sanath Kumarnayake, and Secretary to the Ministry of Finance Mahinda Siriwardena.
Stay tuned. We will return after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. A discussion was held at the Presidential Secretariat between President Anukumar Dissanayake and the committee appointed to submit recommendations on Sri Lanka's strategic response to the new US tariff system recently. During the meeting, the President reviewed the committee's proposed roadmap aimed at addressing the economic challenges posed by the newly imposed US tariffs.
Emphasis was placed on formulating timely, effective measures to safeguard Sri Lankan exports and industries that could be affected. The government is now expected to initiate official dialogue with the United States, seeking possible relief measures and diplomatic engagement to mitigate the impact of these high-value tariffs on Sri Lanka's economy. The committee includes a distinguished group of experts, including Senior Economic Advisor to the President Duminda Hulangamuwa, Finance Secretary Mahinda Siriwardena, Central Bank Governor Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe, and several key representatives from both public institutions and the private sector. Also participating in the session were Minister of Labour and Deputy Minister of Economic Development Dr. Anil Jayantha Fernando, along with Deputy Finance Minister Dr. Harshana Suryaperuma.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya has wrapped up a successful visit to France where she addressed a UNESCO conference focused on safeguarding the sacred city of Anuradhapura. The International Expert Conference held at UNESCO headquarters in Paris aimed to promote global cooperation for the conservation and sustainable development of this historic World Heritage Site.
In her address, Prime Minister Amarasuriya outlined Sri Lanka's vision to preserve Anuradhapura as a centre for education, pilgrimage and heritage tourism while ensuring a balance between conservation and the well-being of the local communities. UNESCO Director General Audrey Azoulay warmly welcomed the Prime Minister and recalled her own visit to Sri Lanka last year, praising Anuradhapura as an exceptional spiritual and cultural landmark. The Prime Minister also held bilateral discussions with the Director General, reaffirming Sri Lanka's commitment to working closely with UNESCO. She officially handed over Sri Lanka's instrument of accession to the 2005 UNESCO Convention on Cultural Diversity. Describing Anuradhapura as a place that blends the sacred and the everyday, the Prime Minister reminisced her childhood visit to the ancient city, calling it a modern wonder of the world.
On the sidelines of the event, Prime Minister Amarasuriya participated in key meetings that explored enhancing education, vocational training, maritime cooperation and climate action. A highlight of the visit was Prime Minister Amarasuriya's participation in the SOS Ocean Conference, where she reaffirmed Sri Lanka's commitment to ocean conservation and regional cooperation. At the conference, she engaged with global leaders including President Emmanuel Macron.
The Prime Minister also attended a breakfast meeting with the France-Sri Lanka Friendship Group in the French Senate, where discussions centered on strengthening ties between the two nations, especially in the context of the Indian Ocean. Furthermore, Prime Minister Amarasuriya participated in an interactive session at Science Po, engaging with students on topics such as Sri Lanka's foreign policy and geopolitical issues. She also signed a partnership agreement to enhance French language teaching in Sri Lanka.
Stay tuned for stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on positive notes today.
The all-share price index gained by 467.26 points to close at 15,127.71, and the S&P SL20 gained by 193.65 points to close at 4,458.49. The turnover was over 2.8 billion rupees and over 148 million shares were traded.
Up next are forex rates. That's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.